sexiest. Ghosts, ghosts, no gay demon masks, just ghosts, ghosts.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to join us in welcoming the world's greatest DJ. His name is Till Mix. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Mix. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Mix.
They're the sexiest. Ghosts, ghosts, no gay demon masks, just ghosts, ghosts.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to join us in welcoming the world's greatest DJ. His name is Till Mix. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Mix. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Mix.
They're the sexiest. Ghosts, ghosts, no gay demon masks, just ghosts, ghosts.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to join us in welcoming the world's greatest DJ.
His name is Till Max. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Max. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Max. They're the sexiest. Ghosts, ghosts, no gay demon masks, just ghosts, ghosts.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to join us in welcoming the world's greatest DJ.
His name is Till Max. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Max. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. They're the sexiest. Ooh yeah, we partying with ghosts, 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 ghosts. Till Max.
All right, here we go, people. What are you up to out there? How's everybody doing? We got the day right before Thanksgiving. We got a knuckle right here. Boom, bruvs unite. How's everybody doing? We got James over here. Oh, he's over here, right from across the pond. James, how's that turkey dinner coming? You guys gonna have Thanksgiving tomorrow? What's going on? Talk to me, bro.
Nah, no Thanksgiving for us, mate. It's the James Domenico Grabham Appreciation Day in this country. All be thankful that yours truly has come on here to entertain you for free of charge.
Now you guys got Indians over there, right? But not the right kind of Indians. You guys got the dot, not the feather. Is that right over there? What kind of stuff? They got curry and stuff.
We've got the cricket Indians. So we've got the cricketers and we've got the cricketing Pakistanis. You know, cricket is big in the subcontinent. They brought over their cuisine, which brings on the onset of diarrhea. It's not for me, mate. I'm not a curry man. If you serve up curry to me, you will get your face smashed in it, or it'll go up the wall, mate. I don't like a mild curry, like a chicken korma, and I certainly don't like a biryani or any of that stuff. Drop me out, it's bad when you have to have a glass of milk because it's so hot and disgusting.
A glass of milk with dinner?
I've also seen all those videos. I've seen all those videos where they're out and about with the street food. There's flies and insects all over it. They're rubbing their hands like this, and then they're putting it all over the food. It's absolutely disgusting.
Bro,
I think the geezer that does the Indian head massage, right? So he's over one side doing the Indian head massage, then he puts his dirty, greasy hands in the curry, and he's doing all that stuff. It's just foul, mate. Nah. I know everyone thinks my cuisine, my cooking's terrible. I know they don't like the roast dinners, the Yorkshire puddings, the fruit cakes. CK's always on my arse about how terrible it is. And I know everyone's going on about the teeth, and now everyone's going on about the fucking eyebrow. I don't even know what's wrong with my eyebrows. I've got like this issue now about my fucking eyebrows. I'm like, they go, your eyebrows curl up, and I go, do they? I haven't noticed. They just look like normal thick eyebrows that thankfully haven't gone grey yet. Because once they go grey, it's over.
Bro, are you having like a pre-Thanksgiving meltdown? Little chimp out real quick. Yo, I'm going to shout out Amanda Thomas in the chat says Thai curry is delicious. We got Spiritual God Warrior, cookies and cereal only. That's what I'm talking about. Spirit knows what's up. We got Pat out here. Shout out to Pat. Who else we got? We got anybody else out here in the chat? We got other people in the chat. I just can't see you right now. You got to say something so I can see you. How's everybody doing? Now, what's going on with your eyebrows, bro? What the hell? They giving you trouble about your eyebrows out there? What is that?
Yeah,
bro, mine's a caterpillar. I got a caterpillar for an eyebrow. I got to pluck mine.
You get like the Gallagher brothers, don't you? They got like a monobrow.
Yeah.
They get that monobrow thing, don't they? So it's like joints like this. You know what I mean?
Bro,
so I'm like,
go on.
I've got the clippers and everything. So I've got like my man bag over there with all my clippers and utensils and whatever to keep this face looking young and beautiful. And like, I do all the manscaping, so I don't know, man. Maybe I fucked it up a bit, and like maybe it's like old age or wrinkles or something. I don't know, but like he's on me, man. He's saying I look like Nigel from Family Guy. Is it Family Guy or American Dad? I can't remember which one Nigel's in. It says I look like Nigel Pinchley. You know what I mean?
Bro,
like,
I love all of Seth MacFarlane's English.
I'm not posh.
I love all Seth MacFarlane's English people. Now we got shout out to Professor Grass in the chat. How you doing out there, bro? But no, facts. You know who has the best eyebrows in the game? And unironically, he's Asmongold. Have you guys watched Asmongold? Like, that motherfucker is so expressive with his eyes and his eyebrows. It's like you're watching an animated cartoon right in front of you.
You know whose eyebrows I'm jealous of?
Who's?
It's Gene Borello's. The ex-Banana enforcer. He's kind of got like, he goes and gets it done, because he's a vain cunt. And he's got like, they're all thinned out and they got the perfect line. And I'm like, mate, he must be absolutely drowning in women, I'm telling you. He's got the bald head like me. He's got the Italian ancestry. He's got these eyebrows, mate. He must be, and he lives in, like John will know this, he lives in Miami.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've heard this from other people from John, Miami is the place to be when it comes to cuisine, culture, the women. He's got it all, mate.
No, Spiritual God Warrior Spirit says he got some delicate eyebrows. I hear you. There's a whole bunch of this looks maxing stuff going on right now where everybody, like, especially men, I don't know, I think they're trying to turn men gay or some shit, bro. And
I posted you that video, didn't I? But I can't remember his name. The latest Johnny Bravo TV video.
Oh, yeah, like Revenge of the Sis covered that.
There's a young kid who's 23.
Yeah.
And he says he wants to have the Adonis body.
Yeah.
So he's 6'2".
Yeah.
But he wants to go up to 6'5", so they're going to break him and extend him.
Yeah.
And he was going, I don't want to go to the gym. He said, I went to the gym for a year and it's shit. It's hard work.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's like microdosing.
Yeah.
He's microdosing.
Bro, yeah.
He's doing drugs.
Yeah, he started taking steroids at 14, and now he does meth, like crystal meth for pre-workout, bro. And he's getting a titanium put into... Bro, that motherfucker's cooked, dog. You know what's funny about that is that women are attracted to strong masculinity. And most of the time, if a man's concerned about his looks, he dilutes his masculinity. Because the masculinity doesn't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I was watching? Fucking plow on.
I was watching before we came on? I was watching Thief, right?
Yeah.
And there's a scene in Thief where James Caan's just taking a beating and he's looking into the mirror and he's got his top off, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now James Caan wasn't built.
No, he
He didn't
wasn't.
have any. He didn't have any muscle. He didn't have any six pack. He had that old school '70s body, you know, like a Charles Bronson or something. He just looked tough,
Yeah.
like he was made out of fucking iron or something, like pig. Like he was just fucking tough.
Yeah.
He had the hair. He's like all hairy. Got all the freckles, right? He's got his little ginger afro, and he doesn't look like he looks like a hard man without having what the modern guys have got. The modern guys have got the muscles in. They got the six pack. They got the manscaping.
Right.
They look a very feminized version. But if you look at the '70s is my ideal version of how a man should look. He just looks like he's fucking rock hard. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and they have this attitude. That's like they've been tried and tested. Like, haven't you ever seen those cartoons or whatever, or like the Dog Whisperer with what's his name, Caesar Milan, and he has that that little King Richard dog that dominates everybody, and it's the little dogs that have the really big attitudes, like the Chihuahuas. Have you ever seen that? They'll like run out and bark at anything, even big horses. You know, and so it's kind of funny how that goes. It's like the little man syndrome or whatever. They got these huge attitudes,
The Napoleon complex.
Yeah, that's what makes.
You'll find people like, I'm trying to think of the politicians I'm thinking of, like Macron in France. He's very short, right?
Yeah.
He's extremely short, and he looks like a wimp. He looks like. But every time he meets Donald Trump's known for hand crushing, isn't he? He'll take your hand, do an extended handshake, and he'll turn over and do the hand crush, right?
Yeah.
So him and Macron are just like this. They'll be like this for 5 minutes, crushing each other's hand, because Macron can't lose face to the French people, and he's got to look like a hard case, even though Donald Trump, at his old age, is literally crushing his fucking hand. I mean, Macron must go home, and his hand must just be purple, where he's just been completely crushed by a more dominant man. It's mad.
No,
But
facts.
I get that. It's like, but I can't tell really, you know, because every time I'm on Instagram now, I click on a video and I think, oh yeah, this is kosher, this looks real, and then I find out AI in the comments, AI, definitely AI, it's all AI. So every time I see those dog videos now where they're like fucking hard cases, I'm thinking, no, this is some AI, because that's all they're doing for the views and the clicks.
Yeah, you got to think about that. Like everything now is AI, and how much that's influencing, normal culture and the behavior of young men. Like going back to that guy who's like taking crystal meth, and he's 6'2", but he's gonna get his legs extended, and he's taking, he's 14 and he's shooting up steroids, and he says he doesn't care about what the cost is. He wants to max out right now. That poor kid doesn't even know what he's talking about, bro. He's gonna have like cancer, and he's gonna have like arthritis, and he's gonna have all those bodybuilders that take all that stuff, they have like different organ failure, and you can only take steroids for so long before it destroys your body. And so his body's going to be...
What amazes me with the whole internet culture, though, and that like subgenre, is how these shitheads always manage to find each other. It's like they've got it's like they're an athlete and they've all got the same agent. You know what I mean?
They do.
He's suddenly doing videos with that scuzzbag Jack Doherty.
Oh,
You know
I can't stand that guy.
So
Yeah.
he's on the plane with him. You know what I mean? And like John's got me into this. He's got me into Rampage Jackson on. He's got me into Rampage Jackson on Kick, and I can't stop sending you like Rampage Jackson things out where they go, "Diddy booty daddy." I'm not getting a baby oil everywhere, and I'm just obsessed with the Rampage Jackson thing now. But even Rampage Jackson's hanging out with them. You know what I mean? It's like they all meet up, they all hang out. They're all in this clique.
Yeah.
And it's like a weird subgenre. That guy, I always forget his name, but the bald one that Mershid's always on, who's got the tattoos and the bald head. What the fuck is his name?
Yeah. I don't like that guy. He's
with Jack Doherty and all that.
Yeah, he's lying about being rich, and he hired that prostitute to be his girlfriend and all that stuff. And bro,
With the big ass, and he's like the shit version of Andrew Tate in Bugatti. I've got a Bugatti. I've got a Bugatti. I've got this Bugatti and that Bugatti. I've got so many Bugattis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like the shit version of Andrew Tate. And he said, when I was in prison, he said the other day, he said, I was with the Aryan Brotherhood. And then the Aryan Brotherhood put the word down and go, no, you're not, mate. And he like shit his pants and that, because he's like, he thinks because he was white and he done prison, he's like, it was obvious I can just say I was Aryan Brotherhood. And then he retracts it. It was like when he was saying, he goes, I don't just do women, I do everything. And then Vlad TV was going, what, you mean you do men? No, I don't do that. Fuck you.
Oh
do
yeah, I
that,
saw
mate.
that.
What are you
Yeah,
talking
no,
about?
he said something like that. Yeah, when you're in prison, you're not really gay because you're in prison or something like that.
Yeah, because
That was
what else are
really
you
weird.
going to do? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah,
like that scene, isn't it, in The Sopranos where he said, Phil, Phil Leotardo goes, I wanted to have sex with a woman. And he said, instead I jerked off into a tissue. You know, I wanted to have like a sandwich. Instead, I had cheese off the radiator. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
He wanted the grilled cheese, and he had cheese off the radiator.
Yeah, yeah. No, what they're doing is men used to look up to people like what's his name, Wayne, John Wayne, Roy Rogers, these old,
Gary Cooper,
yeah, Gary
Charles
Cooper,
Bronson,
yeah, Charles Bronson. That's a big one. He was a big one.
Victor Mature,
Yeah, and then
those guys.
and then you started getting the newer genre. Like, remember when Van Damme came in and he started wearing all those singlets and all that, and he was like a pretty boy. He wasn't like masculine, and it seems like they're pushing masculinity more and more to this gay kind of area where you're worried about your looks. You're worried about It's not even about getting women anymore. You know what I mean? It's more
Well,
about
they say, don't they?
like how pretty am I? That's weird.
Hollywood's
That's
leading
weird.
man, isn't it? The big guy now is Timothy Chalamet, isn't
Yeah.
it? Timothy Chalamet is the big guy. He's the #1 guy in Hollywood. I think he's dating one of the Kardashian Jenner girls, and he's dating one of the Jenner girls. I think he's dating one of those. And he's the new guy. And it's all very like that. It's all very like they've got the jawline, haven't they? And they look very like androgynous. You know, like David
Yeah.
Bowie in the '70s.
Yeah.
I refer to him as like an androgynous male. You know what I mean? He's not the kind of like male that I look up to or respect. You know what I mean? He's not the old school male.
Yeah.
But like you said, he's very feminized now. And it's like we always go back on this and we always hark on the same subject. But it seems to be there is just this streak of feminism in everything.
Yeah.
In everything we talk about, in everything we do, in everything we say.
Well, it's because it's always up in your face. Like, I'm trying to think of, one of the best guys for masculinity I used to love was Bruce Willis. I loved almost every Bruce Willis movie because he was extremely masculine. He wasn't like overbuilt or anything like that. He was just like, he felt like an everyday kind of guy that was a dad that could also kick ass.
You can
know what I'm
relate
saying?
to. He wasn't a tryhard.
Yeah, then he kicked ass. He kept it kind of like under the collar. He played it close to his vest. He could beat your ass and then go home and eat a sandwich or something. And you're kind of like, fucking A, man. That's what I'm talking about. Kind of like, I try to think of other ones like that. In the UFC, Dan Henderson used to be like that. I don't know if you ever followed the UFC too much, but Dan...
He's the one with the beating nose, wasn't he?
Yeah, and they used to call him Delmar Dan. He was like the Delmar dad, and he would come down. I lived in Delmar, California. He would come down around Delmar. We would see him in the bars. He was a really nice guy, and he was just like a dad that could kick everybody's ass. And to me, that's
I don't
like...
know if Harry's in the chat, but Harry's friend was got a late replacement UFC fight, and he said he was an everyday hard-working guy. I can't remember what his fucking name was.
Oh, that guy that just won? Is it the guy that just won?
Yeah,
And
he was like a late replacement, and he won a fight he shouldn't have won. And Harry said, I know that guy. He's like a friend of the family or something. And he was just like a normal, everyday guy that you were talking about. You'd walk past him, and you wouldn't assume. So say you were at a restaurant or in a bar, you'd walk past him, and you wouldn't think he was a hard case. It could beat someone up in a UFC fight. You just think he was a normal dude out with his family.
Yeah, no, facts. And these are the kind of guys that are the backbone of society. When you think about like rock stars, you think that they're the macho guys, but they're not. They're really the biggest women, the biggest turncoats. Like, because if you think about where were all the rock stars when it came time for the lockdown, for COVID, for all that stuff? They all supported it. And there was one guy, who was it? It was the guitarist. What was his name? He was he played Layla. What was, do you know what I'm talking about? You got me
Clapton.
on my... what?
Was it Clapton?
Yeah, Eric Clapton. That's who it was. He said that he got the shot and it hurt his body and he couldn't play the guitar anymore. And they all shunned him, bro. They kicked him out. Yeah, Spirit, you got it. Eric Clapton. They all kicked him out, man. Hillbilly Harry. He says is Ethan Ewing. That's who the fighter was. Yeah, 100%. But Eric Clapton got the shot, and then he said he got damaged from the vaccine, and then they all fucking banished him. They didn't even support him or rally around him. So all the rock and roll guys are fucking pussies, man. And that makes that makes me so mad. That makes me so fucking mad.
To me, the two biggest sellouts during that COVID thing was Bruce Springsteen.
Oh my God, yeah, fuck
Bruce
that guy.
Springsteen Springsteen makes a living, right, of being a blue collar guy. You know, he's one of the boys, you know, the E Street Band, you know, like Philly and all that, and Jersey. And he makes out that he's like this blue collar guy. And he's a total corporate sellout for the Democrats. And the
makes me
other
so
one
mad.
is Neil Young out in Canada. You know,
I can't
married to
stand
Daryl
Neil.
Hannah.
Yeah.
He can't shut the fuck. I can't stand people, right, that spend their whole day obsessing about Donald Trump, right? It drives me fucking nuts. You know, they mock TDS, right? But it's a real thing. The amount of X accounts I see is just tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet, obsessing over this one man. He won. He's president. Let him do his term, then he won't be president. Wipe your mouth and move on. Do not waste 4 years of your life with absolute hatred. You know what I mean? This is what happened. People win, people lose. Checks and balances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got to live our life. You know, I'm living under a Labour government.
Yeah.
They have just done a budget with so many tax rises, I probably won't even be able to afford to wipe my arse in a few weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I have 100%. To grin and bear it. I can't
100%.
do anything about it.
Well, it's like Turner in the chat. He says Neil Young wanted to pull his entire library off of Spotify just because of the Joe Rogan show. And, dude, it has crossed the line to tyranny. This is crazy. You know, it used to be that people used to be able to have their own opinions. You used to be able to vote for, like, say, Barry Goldwater or Nixon or whoever, and everybody afterwards would all come back together and we'd have a life. Bro, it's turned into this crazy, like, what do they call it? Tyrannical kind of, you know, we're not going to forget, we're going to hold grudges, you're going to pay for it. And bro, it's half the country. Half the country voted this way. Just fucking get on with it already. You know, shit.
You know that saying? It reminds me of that saying, like, opinions are like arses, everyone's got one, right? But I'll still be able to have a beer with you. I'll still be able to chat with you. I'll chat to anyone from any, like, I ain't got no fucking issue with that. You know what I mean? That's how I fucking see it.
No,
anyway.
I completely agree with you. And it just pisses me off so much that they can go ahead and they can pick and choose and then, you know, break the rules and then not break the rules and then decide they're going to be one way. And why do we let them do it? That's what really makes me mad is how come...
What annoys me is the Democrats are bitching. Democrats spent their entire existence, right, from the moment it happened, bitching, crying and moaning about January the 6th, right? And then a group of Democrats get together and say, hey, military, don't follow orders, disobey orders. You know, let's fuck Trump over. You know what I mean? So that is treason. Saying that the military shouldn't follow orders, and yet they're the ones crying, bitching and moaning still about January the 6th.
I completely agree. And they keep dragging it on. And why are we letting all this double standard go on? Anyway, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for anybody else, and any of the other guys in the group chat that wants to come and join, any of the other bruvs. You're more than welcome. Spirit says Nixon Goldwater 28, 100%. Amanda says, I know, it's ridiculous. I completely agree. Bro, it's infuriating. And it's almost like these other, you know, hey, it's two wings of the same bird. We all know that. But, you know, we're going to try to cool it back down, maybe talk more about turkey and Thanksgiving because, you know, thank God we got this time, these little holidays. James.
The English.
Right, thank the
English.
Yeah. James, are they going to... Are they going to do anything over there for Thanksgiving, or do you guys care, or do you guys get an extra fish and chips?
We celebrate everything apart from the patron saint of our own country, St. George. We'll celebrate Diwali, we'll celebrate St. Patrick's Day, we'll celebrate St. David's Day, St. Andrew's Day.
Yeah.
They don't like Christmas, though. Apparently, Christmas trees are out now. We call them evergreen trees now.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that?
Evergreen trees.
Yeah, I saw there was some crazy...
They don't like Christmas because it offends our Islamic brothers and sisters.
Yeah, what's up with that, bro? That puts a big a kibosh on the whole Christmas. I love Christmas festivities, bro. I love going out. I love getting the candy. I love getting the cake. I love watching. I love to take if I'm dating somebody or whatever, I love to take them shopping because I love to see them happy. What's going on in over there in England with this?
In Europe. In Europe, they're making a big deal about getting rid of the German Christmas markets, which is like the gold standard. Yeah. Because Germany is terribly Islamic in certain places, and they do not like it. They do not want you to celebrate a Christian holiday like Christmas. And in our country, we are very much into appeasing feelings of minorities and fucking over the majority. So if they can just have an evergreen tree, don't call it a Christmas tree, call it an evergreen tree. Say happy. You do happy holidays, don't you? We're doing happy holidays now, so it's happy holidays. And yeah, they're just kind of like carving out. You know, Christianity seems to be the only thing that's not really celebrated. You know, it's something that's not really warranted. But they roll out the red carpet for any other thing. Like I said, Diwali, they roll out the red carpet. Eid, they roll out the red carpet. So I just think it's kind of like the two things that really piss people off in this country is Christmas and Easter. You know what I mean? And they both happen to be Christian holiday. But Thanksgiving, I'm sure there's plenty of expats over here celebrating Thanksgiving, and good luck to them. Why not? You know what I mean? Get yourself a turkey, have a good time with your family.
Yeah,
all good, man.
Hillbilly Harry out in the chat, he says he misses the old school Christmas mall displays, and that's true. The malls around here used to have huge Christmas displays. You know, you had the Santa Claus, you had the big trees, you could ride the little trains, you know, you had candy, you had the carousel, and it was a real magical time because, you know, I've always been in a warm climate area myself, and so, you know, we don't have snow or the changing of the seasons, so that's how we knew it was Christmas. And when they kind of took that away, started saying Happy Holidays or Merry Xmas or whatever, they started pushing that feeling of culture, of society, of, you know, cohesion. They started to destroy that, and it really makes me mad that they do that. And also with Easter, because Easter used to be a big thing when I was a kid. You go Easter egg hunting, you grab the chocolate bunnies, you have a good time, and, you know, you have a ham or a goose or whatever it was for if your mom could cook. If she couldn't cook, you went out to McDonald's, and that's how it was. But back then, McDonald's was good, man. How was it over there?
Well, I think the problem with us, I don't know if it's the same across the pond, but our town centres are absolutely riven. You know what I mean?
What does that mean, riven? Dead.
It means like just completely like destroyed, like washed out, wiped out. You know what I mean? It's like we don't have, you know, in like my area and like say where I'm from, like South London, we used to have everything. You know, we'd have like your malls, shopping centres. We'd have like the local greengrocers. We'd have all the banks. Hairdressers, we'd have the whole kit and caboodle, we'd have everything, but shops are closing down because they can't afford the rents. So basically all you're getting is like pop-up shops, charity shops, because in this country, I don't know if it's the same in your country, but charity shops get a reduction on their rates.
Yes,
so they're able to.
That's what's happening here too. We're getting rid. They're killing all of our strip malls, all of our businesses. They can't afford it. So the only ones that come in are the ones that get government subsidy. And of course, who do they give that to? They give it to the immigrants. They give it to these other cultures. You know, we got all kinds of different, you know, things that are not normally seen in America are now being seen everywhere. You know, all these, like you said.
Have you got a lot of halal butchers? We've got a lot of halal butchers.
They're starting to grow. Yeah, they're starting to grow more and more, and I'm seeing a lot of you know. Of course, we've always had, you know, our in LA. There's Little Japan. You know, the biggest Japanese culture outside of Japan is in LA, and it's fantastic. But that's been there forever. Yeah, it's been there forever. But now we're starting to see all these other kind of Ethiopian stuff where people eat with their hands and stuff like that. And, you know, at first it's kind of fun. It's kind of a gimmick. But now they're getting everywhere, you know. And all these food trucks are getting everywhere. And not only that, but we have all these people that are popping up everywhere selling, like on the street, bro. Street vendors are popping up everywhere selling all kinds of stuff. And I'm sitting here thinking, how in the hell, like they're selling these like sugar drinks that they pump out into like a snow cone. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing out there? They can't be really selling that. It's got to be like a drug front. It's got to be, you know, something, you know, with, you know, like, you know, bad. It's got to be criminal stuff, right? They can't be selling snow cones everywhere, or like the frutas. You see those, you know, damn umbrellas that are rainbow color selling frutas, where basically they take from South America, they take cubed fruit, put it in a bowl, and then put chili powder on top of it. You know, people ain't eating that shit. Like, why are they everywhere? How come the government's not doing something about this shit? Do you guys have that out there where you're at?
Yeah, we got like, they're big on insects, you know what I mean? Like where you got like the fucking sticks where you got like
insects.
they put the insects on the sticks and shit like that. You know what I
No
mean?
way.
You know, like if you go to somewhere like Cambodia or Laos, they have like the fucking dried out insects like spiders and shit on the sticks.
No, I've never
seen
actually
that.
been there. I have no idea.
I haven't been personally, but you know, like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you see it. They like pop it on. You call them popsicles, don't you? So you pop them on the popsicle sticks, right?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
have all the dry insects that'll be stuck on that. They because like where I used to live in South London, in Croydon, they have Surrey Street Market, and it was a big market. So you'd have like the greengrocers, the fruit and veg. They sell clothes, they sell jewellery. All that's completely gone now, and it's just like it's very ethnic, like you said. So you'll have the ethnic food, you'll have the ethnic drink, you'll have the ethnic clobber like clothes and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
the population has changed, where it used to be like blacks, Irish, Italian,
Yeah.
Catholics, English. It's now changed, you know, to Muslims, Eastern Europeans, people from Africa, sub-Sahara, subcontinent, like that. So you'll get the change, won't you? When the demographic change comes, they want to eat what they want to eat. They want to wear what they want to wear. They want to do what they want to do.
Okay. Here's something crazy. Okay, we got PS Skeet, P Skeet. I don't know. Sorry, bro. I don't know how to say your name. P Skeet 420. He says, "What's up? Good to see you, bro." Hey, we got Turner in the chat. He asked a really good question. He says, "Are the bugs still wiggling when you put them on the skewer? Are they still alive, or are they already dead?"
They're all dried out and dead. You know what I mean?
They're dried out. They're dried out. Okay, that's.
You know, the crunch. It's the crunch, isn't it? They're crunchy, like crunchy insects.
Bro, that's gross as fuck, bro. I'd never. They're trying to make you eat the bugs, bro. That's whole like World Economic
That's
Forum.
what they want to do, don't they?
Yeah.
Bill Gates was big into
Yeah.
it, wasn't he? He was
Yeah.
talking about bug farms. He was talking about replacing dairy, replacing meat, and replacing it with like a fucking insects and bugs. That's what he was talking about. He
No,
bought
you're-
up a shit ton of farmland, hasn't he? He bought
Yeah.
up a shit ton of farmland. I know in Holland, the Dutch farmers, they were getting absolutely done up like a kipper. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah,
losing
yeah.
all their farmland, and Gates was buying it up and taking it over.
No, you're 100% right, and they're trying to make that happen. And you know, do they really eat bugs in these other culture, or are they getting paid to do this? I'm wondering. Also,
Yeah, just Google it. Fucking
Yeah.
Google it like a country like the Philippines or Thailand or fucking
Yeah.
Cambodia, shit like that. Just Google it. They're always eating fucking dried out bugs, man. It's like you get a packet of Haribo, right? You get a packet of Haribo. They just got a packet of bugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
eat fucking, they'll eat anything
of
that walks.
bugs.
They'll eat anything that fucking walks and talks over there. I'm telling you, they'll eat fucking anything.
yeah, we want to.
Anything.
We want to welcome John. He just popped on stream. Hey, John, good to see you, buddy. We're talking about bugs, bro.
up,
We're
guys?
talking about holiday
Oh,
bugs.
He's a smart
Yeah.
guy. You know,
What do you
you
mean
get
by
a bag
holiday
of
bugs,
Haribo,
like
you get a bag of
sicknesses,
bugs.
or?
No, we're talking about other cultures coming into your area and cooking bugs on a skewer during the holiday times instead of the traditional, like perhaps you'd have a turkey for Thanksgiving or a ham for Christmas. Now they're promoting eating cultural food, like from these other cultures, like maybe Somalia or Cambodia. And James is saying that he sees street vendors and they're cooking these bugs on skewers. And, you know, so at Christmas time, you're going around, you're looking for you got your Starbucks coffee, you know, you got your nice whatever the fuck you got, your hot chocolate with your, you know, your candy cane in it. You're looking for, oh, I'm going to get something good that I want to have Christmas time food. Let me just go get some of these crickets or grasshoppers. Or maybe they got some
Exactly.
good crunchy praying mantises or big stink bugs.
Tasty and crunchy.
Are you seeing that in Miami? I'm probably not, right? You guys have fantastic
No,
cuisine. You
we,
guys are international.
So Thanksgiving isn't huge down here. It kind of is, but kind of isn't.
Yeah.
A lot of people end up leaving Miami because it's not Miami's not really. It's a city in America, but it's a very Latin city. Now,
Yeah.
the Cubans that came over when they first came over were very like pro-America, assimilate. So a lot of the Cubans will do a turkey, but most of the time people, Miami's a city of transplants also, so people will leave Miami to go visit their families in
Yeah.
more seasonal weather kind of places for
Yeah.
like big holidays. But typically in Miami,
What kind of food do you guys have for Christmas? Or
we'll
whatever?
usually do like for Christmas it's always
Or
a
they-
pork.
or-
We roast the whole pork.
The whole pig, right? The whole pig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
It's we call it a caja china, which literally means Chinese box.
Oh, that
and it's
sounds
like
good.
Yeah, it's basically like if you have a yard with cement or with sand and stuff, because a lot of places
Hell
have, like,
yeah.
lakes. You dig out a hole, you get the like the cinder blocks that they build houses and walls and shit with. And
Yeah.
you make a basically a barbecue that fits an entire pork.
Yeah.
And then they use banana leaves and they put on top of the pork. They get the coals and it's just fucking. It's great,
Bro, we got CK's in the chat. He's saying, "Do you guys get rats from Boca Raton and cook them too?" I think he's trying to. I think he's trying to get your goat a little bit. We got Darren out here. D-Wag, what's up, bro? Bow to you. Now, do you guys do plantains too, John? Or like, what kind of sides do you have with that? You're making my mouth water right now just thinking about a full-on Hawaiian style cooked pig, bro.
Well, that it's not. I think that's any tropical island, honestly, because I'm sure Puerto Ricans do it too. Dominicans, all of the island peoples.
Yeah.
But for sides, if they're doing more of a traditional, like trying to do the American thing, they will do like a turkey, right? But most Cubans are just like, fuck this, we're doing pork.
Hell
Like
yeah.
on Thanksgiving, we'll do like a big pork shoulder.
Yeah.
On Christmas, it's an entire pork. Christmas and New Year's. So someone does it on Christmas, another family member does it on New Year's, and for those we do. It's like a blended rice and beans. We call it arroz con moro, which is like not like normally when we eat beans and rice, it's like the beans are kind of soupy.
Yeah.
Right. They have like their
not
thick.
not arroz con popote, right? Not that.
I don't know that.
No. Oh, it's just a Mexican slang. I'm sorry. Arroz con popote is like asking if you're gay or something. Like, do you like straw with your rice? Do you like they gusta arroz?
I've had that all fucking week. I don't want to hear any more shit about that. No more gay shit. That's been my entire fucking timeline all week. Gay this, gay that. You're gay, everyone's gay. Just fucking drop me out of that shit, mate.
Yeah, so you're not gonna have any arroz con popote, but you are gonna have that. Say it again. How do you say the pig? The pork?
It's the pork is just pork. It's
No, how do you say it in Spanish so I can say it when I come to Miami? Because I'm gonna say, yeah.
Cubans say lechon. A lot of the other Hispanics will say pernil.
Lechon.
If you're in Miami, you say lechon.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, give me the lechon. Hell yeah.
And we eat it with like a blended, kind of like a rice and beans. And then there'll be some kind of salad, typically with like a lot of tomato and vinegar and avocados sliced.
Wow,
up.
that sounds great. Hey,
Yeah,
what are you gonna do for Thanksgiving? Is you just gonna do a butt, or are you gonna go somewhere? What are you?
I'm
are you gonna
actually,
order in? What are you gonna do?
I just finished seasoning it. I made a rub, like a special rub, and I'm doing a whole brisket.
Oh hell yeah! Now you're talking.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to post pictures of that. James,
I definitely am.
James, what are you doing? Are you gonna do anything tomorrow? I know you guys aren't really selling it or anything like that, but what are you gonna? Are you gonna have any food or anything? I mean, you're part of the bruvs. You gotta have something.
I don't know. What am I going to do? It's Friday. It's fish on Friday, isn't it? I'm Catholic, so it's fish on Friday.
All right. Bro, I know England has some of the best fish and chips around, so I'm a little jealous about that. I do love some.
What's CK doing hiding in the chat? Why ain't he jumping on stream? Is he scared that I'm going to like rat him out about his criminal enterprise that he's got up in the mountains? Meth. He's like Breaking Bad up there, isn't he? I don't know what he's doing. He's got connections, right? This guy's got connections in the prison system, right?
Yeah.
He's up there wherever, in the middle of nowhere, right? In some kind of bunker. You don't think he's doing some kind of criminal enterprise? He better start cutting me in, I tell you, because I want to start making real money. So you better start cutting me in, bruv.
Well, no, CK, I did send you the link. It's in the general chat for the. You're in there with it. There's a link you can jump in. But CK, if you want to jump on, for sure, I'll send you the link right now.
I'm glad you guys are enjoying it because I feel like as the Englishman, you should all be thankful for me for the country that you have today. Because they all came over on the Mayflower, the old pilgrims. And we took care of your Indian problem and gave you the country that you got today. It's typical. We, the English, invent everything. We give the world everything. And then some other fucker perfects it and makes it better.
No, it's facts. Okay, CK, I just dropped you the link on your DMs on X. But no, it's 100% right. And food is such a huge component of culture. Like, arroz con moro. I mean, that sounds fantastic. Or, I've had turkeys, and I did a chicken the other day, Thanksgiving for one, on the last dumped cooking. Tomorrow I'm going to do a pizza, bro. I'm just going to do fucking pizza. I'm going to do 5 or 6 pizzas, and I got a couple of guys that might come by. They're working, there's warehouses out here. I got some friends and they might pop by for a pizza or whatever, but I'm just going to have some, tequila, some pizza. I got my tequila already right here. Got the Costco sized bottle going on. So and that's a big deal. So when you start pushing other people's cuisine, other people's culture, that definitely disrupts your environment, doesn't it? Like, say, John, if you're gonna try to go and get some of your whatever, I already forgot the word for what you said. It went in and out. The Spanish word.
Lechon.
Yeah, if you're gonna get some lechon, but it's not there, and all you can do is get like some Indian curry or something, that's gonna bend you out of shape a little bit, right? You're not gonna be too happy about that.
Oh no, for sure. That would totally suck.
Yeah.
No, I mean Miami's pretty safe. It's never gonna not be Hispanic. What's changed though, honestly, the Cubans who first came, there wasn't like a groundwork laid of like Spanish speaking people here. So they all hated communism, so they came here to get away from what happened to Cuba. So they were all like super pro America.
Right.
And then a lot of the newer Cubans now, they're not like that anymore. And then it's also not just Cubans that have been coming. Now it's like a lot of other basically everything except Mexican as far as Central and South America. But since there's already people who speak Spanish here, they don't learn the language, they don't assimilate to the culture. And that doesn't mean you can't have your own traditions also, right? Like with your foods.
Yeah.
But they don't, it's like they don't want to be American. They're here because their country sucks.
Well, because they're getting paid.
Yeah, and if their country doesn't suck, they'll take off immediately. Or if our country starts to suck more than theirs did.
Well, it's kind of like the Catholic Church is playing a really big hand in this. They have a whole bunch of those nonprofits that they're importing a lot of these immigrants, and especially into America. I'm sure they're doing it in Europe too, over where you're at, James. But it's a lot of that, and they're changing the society because a lot of the people who are doing like these restaurants that are coming in that are getting subsidized, I'm watching a lot of them buy all kinds of food at the grocery store with food stamps. They turn around and they use that food as like for their food truck. They use it for their own little store, or they just sell it straight away and have little markets. And it's kind of self-defeating, especially when you're like an American or an Englishman and you're like trying to be a part of the culture, and you're seeing this happen. You realize how difficult it is for you to swim upstream, but you're looking at these other people that you're helping to pay their way so that they can tell you to fuck off. Oh, we got CK in here. He just joined the chat. Joined the stream. What's up, CK? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing, man? Oh, CK, I think you're muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Oh.
There you go. We can hear you. We can hear you now. All right.
Oh.
What's going on, buddy?
Jesus Christ, this Walter White, look at him.
Do I look like a bloke from Ireland? I'm going to pump everybody off. Oh, you may tell what you got. Let me tell you what we eat. We eat mushrooms.
CK, what are you going to do for Thanksgiving? Are you doing anything fun or interesting? Are you making any kind of food? I know you're quite the chef.
Meth, for fuck's sake. What do you think he's doing?
I know CK is quite the chef himself. What are you up to, CK?
I don't know. I go over to other people's house, and I kind of bum food off of them. I got invited to a Mexican group, and they've got tamales. They do the whole.
Oh man, tamales are
like
so
what
good.
John says, but we're not like, ocean Mexicans like he's got over there, the Cubans. We've got land Mexicans. So.
Yeah, no, tamales are fantastic, and also
this is too hot.
Enchiladas. Yeah, you better. Oh, he's stripping now, James. You gonna let him get away with that? He's stripping on cam.
The other side is prime rib.
When I saw that, I thought we were going to see a gun on the left and like a knife on the right or something. I thought we were going to see some like real fucking gangster shit.
Stay in the room. I am not going to have to deal with you right now.
When he first came out with that suit jacket, I thought we were gonna see the Undertaker come up behind him. He was looking like Paul.
He did kind of look like Paul Bear. Yeah, Paul Bear.
I just got to keep the woman in the other room.
Well, I noticed you did have got rid of that casting couch. You got a little something else going on there. I like it, CK. We got Dry Ice in the chat. What's up, Dry Ice?
I don't want to be embarrassed from the boys across the pond. That's all there is to it.
No, they're just jealous of your couch, bro. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's jealous.
All those stories, all those history, man. If that couch could talk, CK would be doing about 30 to life behind bars.
Yeah, for sure.
If that couch could talk, it would say, "Quit farting on me."
Well, I mean, hey, we got to watch out for that. But no, now, John, is there a lot of Christmas festivities? Like, do they decorate a whole bunch in Miami, or is it kind of no big deal? Because you're so tropical. Do they decorate
It
a lot?
used to be when I was younger. Like, it, it was like a big thing where everyone would decorate their houses. Nowadays, it's like there's certain neighborhoods that get really festive, and like there's an app that you can like see where all the, I guess, people put their, if they're really proud of their decorations, they'll put it on, and like you can go to their house and drive by, and they have like crazy displays.
Yeah.
But it's not like it used to be. Like it used to be that the houses that didn't have decorations were the ones that stuck out like sore thumbs during Christmas.
Oh yeah, facts.
And now it's more the other way around. But there are some areas that get really festive with it for sure. It's just harder. I think it's also just harder because Miami's so damn expensive now.
Yeah,
And
Miami's
people just
kinda
don't have
expensive.
people just don't have the
You're
funds
like a
for
kid
it.
in a candy store, though, aren't you? Come on, John. I mean, you wake up every day and you think it's Christmas.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
If I was living in Miami, I'd be burnt out in a week. It would be the greatest week of my life, but I wouldn't make it past Sunday. Something would happen to me. You know what I mean? I would have the biggest blowout ever, and that would be it. It would be the greatest week of my life, and it'd be over. That's why I can't be over there, man. The stories I hear about Miami from John and Gene Borello, it's like high roller central. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
it definitely is.
It's like so hard to pull down the women. If you want the really top high grade women, you got to have a serious bank
Oh, are we
balance. You know what
talking
I'm
about
saying?
Thanksgiving and he's talking about women in Miami? Good freaking God, man.
Well, he's always talking about birds, whether we're eating them or he's trying to meet them. You know what I'm saying?
The food in Miami sounds great, man, because I'm like, when in Rome, you know what I mean? If I'm in Miami, I want to eat the food, the culture from Miami.
Oh, hell
You know,
yeah. Hell
You
yeah.
want to come and live in England, right? You want terrible food, don't you? Like fish
Yeah,
and chips, roast
Yeah.
dinners.
Hey, I
All
like
the
fish and
fruit
chips.
cakes.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the things that CK's always slagging me off about. He's going, look at this food, it's terrible. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? God, Dad, it's all right,
Yeah.
God,
mate.
mate, a fruitcake? A fruitcake.
I do love a good fruitcake. I've dated a few of them. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty hot.
Wait, what?
I don't know if I can be in this group. John,
Yeah.
John, we got to do something about this fruitcake bullshit.
I think it'd be a bit too stodgy for you. I think the fruitcake. It's a bit heavy going, heavy weather.
Yeah,
That's one of the things we have at Christmas. We have a nice it's like we have for Christmas we have a roast dinner on steroids. We'll have a big heavy fruit cake, a nice Christmas pudding. You know what I mean? It's all very basic and traditional in the Grabham household.
No, my great grandmother, she used to make all kinds of fruitcakes, and it would take her like a month to make them. They were fantastic. Well, she's Eastern Kentucky. She used to do it right.
Yeah,
But,
okay, that kind of makes sense because you got to have no teeth, you know, and you got to chew on the.
yeah.
But
You
the
gotta
thing
you
is,
let the gums do it.
We had gag gifts, and there is a fruitcake that went around our family for about 20 years. Nobody ever ate it. They just gave a gag gift until I think we blew it up or something, and it was so compacted and so we blew it up with M80s. You know.
Oh hell yeah! Now M80s, bro, those used to be the shit.
And it just didn't blow up. I mean, it's like.
We used to blow all kinds of stuff up with M80s, man. I used to love those things. Hell yeah. Those things were awesome.
Silvio Dante would say, this is anti-English discrimination, bruv.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Now
You're going to go to bed feeling terrible after the things you said about me. You ain't even going to be able to sleep. You're going to be having nightmares. You're going to be seeing Yorkshire puddings, roast dinners, cherry cakes, fruit cakes in your sleep, mate. It's going to haunt you, bro.
Now we got a Professor.
He's not going to bring girls over to his house. He's not going to bring girls over to his house and say, "Would you like one of my fruitcakes, eh?" You know, they're going to say, "Gay."
Well, maybe after the third date, but definitely not the first or the second. Professor Grass, welcome to the stream.
Darling, would you like a crispy pickle?
Yeah.
That might work.
Yeah, we got Professor Grass on the stream. Now, Professor Grass smoked a turkey today. I saw the pictures. They look pretty good. How was that, Grass? Did that turn out pretty fire or what?
Oh my God, I injected that fucker with butter and covered it in garlic and pepper and salt and paprika, and it was the best.
It looked good, man. It was mouth-watering. Now, I know... I know you're breaking up a little bit, Grass, but that's okay. I know that out in we were just talking about Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I was asking John if they decorate down in Miami, and I was about ready to ask James. James, do they decorate in England? Do they do holiday decorations or no? Is it mostly?
We put up like it's if you imagine your Hallmark movies, you know, where they've got all the like the reindeers and the lights and that. Ours is like a budget version of that. You know what I mean? It looks a bit more. It's a bit more down market, but we put the tinsel up. We got all the chain mail. We got you know.
It's like the poor kid in school, right?
Yeah, it's like a down market version of the American one. Because I mean, the thing about that is no one in our country after this budget can afford to have the electricity on. So you know what I'm saying? It's like if we had to power our house 24/7 over the Christmas period, God knows what our bills would be like. They'd be in the about £10,000. You know what I mean? We'd be fucking bankrupt overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, facts.
It's like it's so cutthroat in our country. Really, everything is going through the roof. All the bills are going up. It's like so we can afford. We're like Christmas on a budget compared to the Americans. You know what I mean? You throw out all the fancy stuff, and we got all the like hand-me-down stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's because you guys lost 2 wars with us. You know?
Oh, CK bringing in the old history right there. CK, do they decorate a lot up where you were at, CK, Northern California, or not so much?
Yeah, some. Well, it's really rural. So you'll find people like every once in a while. There's a farm that's nearby here, and the people have, oh geez, they have a whole quarter-acre spread of Rudolph the reindeer and all kinds of stuff, all lit up. But there's not that much. It's like I said, it's too rural. And then you've got the Humboldt State, and Humboldt State is just a bunch of starving students, starving grandkids of hippies, so they don't have to do anything. I mean, they do like Kwanzaa or something.
CK's workforce, he means. It's his workforce. He's not paying them enough money to push the old product.
Well, Humboldt used to be the weed capital, didn't it? And then when they made
the markets. The markets,
it crashed. It crashed.
It's crashed.
Of course, CK knows about market forces. He's in the business.
Yeah, that's true. Now, what do you guys normally drink during the holidays? Is there a particular alcohol beverage that you break out and you're like, hell yeah, this feels like Thanksgiving, or this feels like Christmas, or anything like that? John, do you have a drink that you drink, like a mojito? I don't know. What do they drink in Miami?
Well, in Miami, there's like the Puerto Rican eggnog that's really popular.
What's that? What's that?
It's called coquito, and it's basically like eggnog, but with a little bit of I don't know what kind of alcohol it has, but the Puerto Rican one has rum, and it's got like a little bit of coconut flavoring. And
do they make it spicy?
Damn good. A little bit, like,
because I know the Mexicans up here, they make everything spicy, bro. Mexican hot chocolate, Mexican horchata is spicy. You're like, what the hell?
It's similar-ish to a horchata, but Mexican seasonings are definitely different than ours. Like, island Hispanics don't use cilantro. We use culantro, which is similar, but it's a similar flavor, but it's a different thing. But we don't. The island Hispanics don't really do spicy, hot spicy. Yeah. But seasoned well, yeah, for sure. But the coquito is similar to like a horchata kind of. Yeah. But I would say with a little bit of like coconut flavor, and it's like an eggnog where it's got the egg in it and the rum.
I love to find out what different cultures have for the holidays, because they usually have fantastic food. CK, is there anything you look forward to on the holidays? Like, do you look forward to, like you just said that you were going to have some tamales and all that kind of stuff, or is there any specific kind of food that you look forward to? Or I don't know if you still drink. Do you still drink? And no. I don't know. Okay, so that's why I didn't ask you about your alcohol. You're gonna have
Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, if I was drinking, I'd probably get something nice and strong like what he's saying, but not eggnog. I mean, eggnog is for gay too, but but that's okay. I mean, it's probably better than what John drinks with those little rats that he's cooking over there. No, it's the biggest thing that I look forward to is prime rib.
Prime rib.
And these guys do a really good prime rib spread. thing is I was looking at the prices before
Oh
I go,
yeah.
and it's the prime rib is like for 5 pounds. It's on sale for $150.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's really expensive. But some of these people, they will go down to the ranch because we have a lot of ranches, grass-fed ranches and stuff, and you can slaughter your own cow. I mean,
Wow. That's
not
part of the fun,
here.
huh? That's part of the Thanksgiving magic.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just teasing, CK. Now the
No,
thing I
I've
love
done
with
that before.
the thing
That's not this big.
well, we know you're a killer. We just don't like to advertise it. Now, the thing I love with a good prime rib is like a good horseradish. I like a good spicy horseradish sauce. Do you go that way too?
Big spread.
Yeah.
But the biggest one is kind of, I really want to talk about with John about this is because he's talking about, doing a luau pig, and the Mexican people do the same thing up here, but it's not Cuban style. It's Mexican style. So I
thought they were too busy hiding from ice. How can they do anything hiding from ice?
Well, that does happen, I guess.
They're too busy hiding from ice. That's why they dig the holes in the ground. They get in the ground and hide. Now, John, you were saying that the meat prices were really good in Miami, though. You were showing some pictures, and I was like losing my mind. You could get a full like tomahawk ribeye for $25, and they're like 50, 60 around here.
Yeah, that's like a special place that I go to that it's called Broward Meat and Fish. There's like several locations down here in South Florida, and a lot of their meat is imported from other like Central and South American countries. So it's like way cheap. The tomahawks are like anywhere from like $9 a pound to like
that's
when
crazy.
When they're high priced, they're like $12 a pound.
That's crazy. They're easily like $21 a pound out here, easily.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Up to
I mean, just a regular
maybe.
ribeye.
Yeah.
Just a regular ribeye here, like not the tomahawk, is like $20 to $25 a pound normally. But where I go, it's like a lot cheaper. But stuff has gone up in price lately. Like the filet mignon, you could get the whole loin for like $9 to $10 a pound before, and now it's like 15 when I went the other day. So
shit's going up. Yeah, and I'm sure over in England where James is at, they're only eating bugs, so the beef must be super expensive over there. James, talk to me, bro.
It's got to be like, with me, it's a turkey dinner, isn't it? You got to have your turkey dinner. That's what it's all about. And like the whole thing with us is we like to get up, we like to get on the booze early. I like a Stella, or I like a Kronenberg 1664. I like a Brooklyn beer. I like a Corona.
Yeah.
I like all the Italian beers like Birra Moretti, Peroni, stuff like that. And then what we'll do is we'll have a dinner at about between 12 and 4. We'll have our big main dinner. Then we'll have our flaming Christmas pudding. Then we get back on the booze again.
What's flaming Christmas pudding? What the hell is that?
So you do your Christmas pudding, then you put your alcohol on it, and then you set it alight.
What is pudding? Like, is it like mashed potatoes, or what is it? Like what is it? Yorkshire pudding?
No,
is
it's like a big fruit. Like Google Christmas pudding. It's like a big fruit. It's like a fruit, fucking fruit dessert.
Oh, it's a dessert. And you put alcohol in it, light it on fire.
A pudding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. The first time I ever heard this was Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Until I used to do a thing with
like
the
like the alcohol and the brandy butter, and you set it alight.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That sounds awesome. Wow.
You like add, what is it? Gasoline?
Brandy. Yeah. Basically, right?
Oh,
alcohol.
Brandy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Like it's kind of like a banana Foster's, and I love banana Foster's.
It's like a fondue thing.
Over here, right? Having ill pudding for dinner. This is what he thinks. He thinks we're some like backward fucking some backward nation. Yeah, we're having ill pie for dinner, CK. Ill pie.
50 Shades of Spam here. I'm telling you, that nickname is gonna stick. He's just gonna stick. Not James. It's 50 Shades of Spam. We're gonna go with that.
Now
I'm getting it from all my so-called friends. My best friend War Fist is like after me. I've got my other best friend CK's after me. The only two people that are staying loyal is Ray and John.
You are my best friend. The way that I talk it, and see if Ray knows. I mean, if you're in California and you're not giving out like giving bullshit,
I'm just
you're not a friend. You're just not a friend if I'm not going to rib you.
I'm determined. If I do one thing in my short-lived or long-lived streaming career is to make you the biggest superstar on the internet.
Man,
Yeah.
I do not want that.
Superstar.
We're gonna-
That's what's
Hell
gonna
out of this.
No, we're gonna get.
You're
Si-
gonna have those- you're
We're
gonna
gonna
have those bird books.
We're gonna get. Yeah, we're gonna get.
Nasty.
We're gonna get CK and OnlyFans, but we got a Pat and we got Pat.
No.
Pat in the chat. She says Brandy is gasoline. I couldn't agree more. We do have Warfist in the chat. Shout out to Warfist. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. We got Dry Ice. He says they eat bugs there too. Shrimp and lobster and crab are
yeah,
bugs
yeah.
of the ocean. So that's true.
Seafood Thanksgiving are amazing.
Oh yeah, facts, bro. Facts.
Crustaceans taste a little bit better than flies and bees, I suppose.
Oh, grasshoppers, yeah. Amanda says that sounds really good. Never had that, but I think she was talking about the pudding or the culo in Cuba or whatever. Dry says culo in Cuba, fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, you gotta eat what you gotta eat. And one of the things that I always used to make, I loved Mexican wedding cookies. Do you know what those are, John? The Mexican wedding cookies. It's a Mexican. It's a white cookie. Yeah, it's a white cookie that has it has walnuts in it, and they're in powdered sugar, and they sell them all over the place around here in Southern California. I love those things, bro. I'll like pound a whole big box of those, and also I love the fudge and the candy making for Christmas. Almond roca is a big one for me. Do you guys have a sweet tooth or no?
Yeah, that's good.
CK, are you yes on the sweets? Now we're just talking about this because this is holiday talk, people.
I don't have any good sweet stuff. I'm a freaking nerdy health food nut, but man, all the sweet
Well,
stuff.
you do have the body of an Adonis. I'll give you that.
It
It's James Caan over there.
Well, I mean, you get to be my age. You've got to. Fortunately, I've never really had a sweet tooth, but man, if anybody makes my favorite of favorite is raspberries with a New York cheesecake. New York cheesecake.
Oh yeah, no, New York cheesecake's legit. Now,
I don't care about any of the chocolate or anything. But somebody puts a cheesecake in front of me, I'm going face first.
yeah. Now these are all now. See, the reason why we're talking about all this stuff is because this is the stuff that is a culture. It brings people together. It keeps a cohesion amongst society, right? And we're sharing everything that we look forward to. And you need these things in your life to be able to get excited about when the when the holidays come up, when you're going to be with your family, and when you're going to do this kind of, you're going to get a good beverage, a mojito, maybe a White Russian, I don't know, maybe a mudslide, pina colada, whatever. You're going to go ahead and get the tequila, you're going to get the rum, you're going to get the horchata, you're going to get all this stuff. You're going to have the holiday food, and you're going to appreciate your family, have that cohesion like we're having with the guys right now. This is a good time right here, and you need that. And so, John, what do you think? Is that an important societal component? You can't argue with me, John. Come on.
It is. It's more. I think it's more, especially in a country as big as ours. It's more regional. Like as far as like the types of foods that are popular. Like I'm totally with CK. New York cheesecake is the dessert. Down here, it's not so big. The cheesecake, it's a lot of Cuban pastries. Tiramisu is big down here too. I'm not sure if that's because of all the Italians, the New York Italians that live here now, but Cuban desserts are like kind of like a mixture of like French pastry with certain Italian things also, but with like way more sugar and butter because we're just excessive like that. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, no, facts. And James, have you noticed it changed? Like, did people in England, like say maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, there was more of a cohesion around like the holidays, the meals, and now you got these other people that the country's bringing in. They're eating food with their hands. They're doing weird stuff. They're eating bugs. I don't know what the hell they're doing. James, talk to me, buddy.
Before I answer that, the two things that I like for Christmas, I like gingerbread men.
Oh yeah, gingerbread. Okay, now you're talking.
And I like Scottish shortcake.
Oh, I've never had that.
Shortcake.
Yeah, those are good.
I've never had that. What's that? What is Scottish shortcake?
So you like that shortcut cake? You had the pastry with all the sugar on them, and it's
Oh
got
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know that they.
And they'll do like it'll be in the form of Father Christmas or angels or Christmas trees or baubles, and you know what I mean. And it's just a nice sugary treat.
Oh yeah, I love that shit.
Nice.
Yeah. So
but I think in our country it used to be food and family. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Everything in our culture and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get blasted, but white culture was like everything was done around the table. There'd be a head of the family, there'd be a mother or a father, and then there'd be obviously the children. And we'd all get around the table, especially on a Sunday, and we'd have roast dinner, and we'd talk about what did you do this week? How has it been? How's your family been? How's your friends and all that? And we'd talk and we'd discuss things, and we'd air all our dirty laundry and our troubles, and we'd get it all out there, and we'd thrash everything out over a nice meal and some drinks. Like you would do when you go down your pals with the pub. You talk about how your marriage is going or your relationship or how's work going. And it was very much like that. But like I told you, we're losing 5 pubs a week. So we don't really have the pub culture anymore. Because with, like John says, with the different ethnic groups moving into certain areas, they don't drink, so there's no need to have pubs. And when it comes to like families now, the disconnect started when everyone started bringing their phones to the table. They bring their tablets to the table.
That's a great point.
They'd be disinterested. There'd be no thing. It'd just be like, grubs up, eat your dinner, quickly jump off so you get back on your phone or get back on your tablet or get back on the computer and play your games. Family is not valued in this country anymore. I don't know how it's valued in America, but family and family time isn't valued. It's all just kind of like a disposable culture, disposable way of life. Family is not something to aspire to anymore. It's something that's seen as quite disdainful in our country. You know what I mean? Looked down on. It's complete. It's been like the erosion of the family. Like culture, the family environment, it's been completely eroded in this country. It means less than nothing now, I think.
Yeah. That sucks, dog. I hate to hear that. It's kind of that way here a little bit too. CK, do you get that vibe here, or are we better off, or are we in the same kind of, we're going along the same path? What do you feel like?
Can I need to ask our Brit a little question. I mean, you almost apologized for being white culture, but British, Ireland, Scotland, Wales is all white culture.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah, but
really
they're doing a
bad
reverse
hearing you
Uno.
saying, I'm sorry about this kind of thing. And it's, wow, that's hurtful. Here, ask the question again. That just triggered me. I was like, oh, geez.
No, it's okay. We can talk about that if you want to talk about that. That's a really good point.
I mean,
Is that
it's just like, don't apologize, man. You've got this tradition, and you've had this tradition for thousands of years since before. I mean, when you guys were fighting the Romans back in 1 AD, so it's like something that you guys have, and you can't lose that. Don't let those guys wall you out. But I don't think there's that. I mean, Ray, we live in the same state. I think.
Yeah, we do. I think we do too.
It's completely different. It's 600 miles away.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Britland, is, I call it Britland. If the UK is that lengthy, but it's a whole different culture from up here to down there.
That's true.
And the neat thing that I used to like, and I'm not going to talk about up here because it's very traditional, old-fashioned, with old families, old rancher families. But when I lived in Southern California, I mean, I had a Thanksgiving with Korean families because I taught Korean martial arts, and it was the most fantastic thing in the world with all kinds of different Korean foods. And I've had a Japanese Thanksgiving that was just amazing. And they weren't doing too good with the turkey thing, but they were really good with Japanese culture. And that's the cool thing about California is you have all this intermixing with all different kinds of foods, like what John is talking about with Cuban, with the food in Miami is just, that's a fantastic culture. Even though it's America, you're still doing you're doing the Thanksgiving America, but you're bringing in your own culture. So and that's something that I really like. And this year, like I said, as I'm going with a Mexican family that has all traditional Mexican food, and they do, I think it's like they're doing a pig, but they're doing all kinds of other things too. I usually save the tamales till Christmas time.
Yeah, that's true. They usually do
Christmas
time.
John. John's.
You have to understand, CK. I'm not apologising for being white. I'm a fucking English nationalist. If you look at my timeline, right? If you look at my timeline, I'm out on Front Street with my name every day, putting shit out there that could get me banged up.
There you go. That's the freaking bro I want to hear.
I'm
What?
willing to go. I'm willing to go to prison for my beliefs, but you also have to understand that I'm a realist, and I live in a country that is a white majority that is going to become a white minority in my lifetime, and they're even talking about that England is going to become a white minority in the 2030s. So you imagine a country that was 80, 90% white is going to become a white minority in the 2030s because of mass migration and mass illegal migration. And I'm just James Clapham, and I can't do fuck all about it other than shout and swear and rant and rave online and potentially getting put in prison for my beliefs. That's all I'm saying. You know, you have to understand the reality of the situation. One man's an island. I can't do it on my own unless other people wake up. It's very similar. Look what happens to Tommy Robinson. You can like Tommy Robinson, you can loathe Tommy Robinson, but every time he puts his head above the parapet, the state come down and look like a ton of bricks. They put him in prison, and not only do they put him in prison, they put him in isolation to try and break him. And if he did go in Gen Pop, all the Muslim Brotherhood run the prisons now. He'd be dead within a week.
Can I tell you an old story
That's how grim it
of
is.
Islam? I mean, it just, I don't know if you want to go this way, but there's an old story I had when I didn't know what to do with what I wanted to be when I grew up in college. And I wanted to do architecture, but I got sucked into journalism. And here's the thing, is what happened, it was during the Iranian crisis, and this was the first time I understand what Islam was all about. Islam, you know, Muslims and stuff. And I wrote a story. I wrote a story about what was going on with these guys, because they were, what do you call it when they're all put in one place for their own safety? They're sequestered. They were sequestered.
Yeah, okay. Internment camp or whatever?
It was just a sequester in the school because there was a lot of hostilities, and the hostilities were between the religious Islam and the engineering Islam. And the engineering people were really good, but what the religious people were doing, and this I don't want to get too far out because we're going to Thanksgiving, but maybe this will help James a little bit. Is the religious people were they were calling back east. They had all their money frozen by Jimmy Carter. But they were sending they had spies in this little sequestering camp. So the people that were talking to me for journalism were getting marked up, and I didn't know this. And what they were doing is they were calling back to Iran, and they were actually kidnapping the families of the people that weren't beelining it to the religious thing. And so there was a fight during the Iranian thing. And what they did is I wrote up the story, and it was a really nice story, you know, because I didn't know shit from Shinola about what Islam was, you know. And what they did is they got so pissed off. One guy tried to actually rape my girlfriend, and then when we had, this was typeset. This was not computer days. Everything was done with typeset. And they came in and they tore down the front door to the journalism department and burned it. They burned the journalism school. It was in the newspapers back then. And I almost got kicked out of college.
Well, what did the police do? What did the police do?
They didn't do anything. They blamed it all on me. I shouldn't have written the story. It was blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
And then at the end of the school said, here you are causing trouble. And, you know, it was just one of those things. And that was my first, you know, trying to write a story about how hard they were having it, you know, just being coerced or pressured back in Iran to kowtow. It was either Shah or it was the religion. I didn't know what was going on. And here they burned down the whole freaking journalism department, and right then and there, I'm doing engineering, forget it, I'm going to go pound nails and build houses. Screw all this. I'm not going to say F-bombs. But it really opened my eyes, and then after that, I had to study just what this culture is, and they're nasty. They are nasty. Sadly, James is going through it, and I don't know what to say. I just think that they want a war. They're just going to keep pushing.
Would you be more like Ray, you know?
That's my 5 minutes feel.
We need to get back to fun, food, and family. You know
I know.
what I mean?
Sorry about that, but I was just.
No, I'm saying, like, generally, not you. It's an interesting story. I like it. I like listening to your stories. I told you, I'm your biggest supporter online, even though you're always dogging me and taking the piss out of me.
Well, I love doing that because you're a freaking door kicker.
When I meet you in real life, I'm gonna.
50 days of.
I'm gonna. You know what I'm saying? But no, Ray Ray's got it right. I always like, this is what drew me to Ray Ray in the first place. You know, like a couple of years, it's like a year and a half, couple of years ago, he was like so optimistic, you know what I mean? And he wanted to take something and he wanted to shape it in a way. And he does his positive videos, you know what I mean? I've never met a more optimistic person in my life. And considering I'm living, like you said, I'm living in a country right now, which makes you pessimistic. You know, you see little room for optimism. So you always come on stream and you seem like this grumpy motherfucker, you know what I mean? But generally, I'm not like that. It's like this country, like
I'm
fucking
grumpy. I'm laughing all the freaking time, brother.
it fucking beats you down, doesn't it? I mean, I've got the only thing I've got fucking terrible weather. I've got terrible food. I've got terrible women. The only thing I've got to look forward to is my reflection every morning. I mean, come on, what the fuck?
John and I are gonna send you tamales. I'll send you tamales or something.
Yeah, we do. We do need to send. We do need to send James some care packages. I agree with that. We do. We do.
Besides a freaking fruitcake and
Yeah,
fiery pudding.
We got to remember over in England they're arresting people for Facebook posts, bro. It's like it is
I
wild.
didn't mean to bring that up. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's true.
It just kind of depressed me a little bit.
No, 100%. I agree with CK.
CK wants to get me, right? This is CK's plan, right? He wants to get me arrested and put in the English prison.
Well, that's a good point because maybe I could do some international jail counseling.
He wants to get me. He wants to get me in the English prison system so I can run his criminal enterprise from this end of the, you know, this side of the.
You never make money in jail on that shit.
No, we gotta get James over to Miami. That's where we gotta get him. We gotta get him on one of them. Get him a plane ticket over to Miami.
That would be like fucking leaving Las Vegas, mate.
He would love the Cuban culture.
Yeah.
I think he would enjoy it because he likes to dance.
No, but that's 100%. One of the things that I realized, and the reason why I'm, you guys say I'm positive, it's because I realized that whatever you focus on is what you practice. Whatever you practice is what you become. And that's what you build your life around. And so, I wasn't always positive. Sometimes I had a hard time or whatever, but then I realized if I want to have a better life, I have to focus on things that are going to be positive and to build excitement into my life. John, what do you think? Do you agree or disagree with that? Is there another way around that, or you practice what you become? Don't you think that makes sense?
Yeah, I think it's more about just trying to live in the moment as far as trying to stay positive and happy, for lack of a better word. Like, your Ray Ray is happy, and when you come on stream, you're always like fully present and in the moment and happy. Obviously, it shows. And I think a lot of our problems mentally come from when we're like either dwelling too much on the past or worrying too much about what's going to happen in the future, and we're not there in that moment. And I mean, I'm a big advocate of meditation. I always say meditate. If you're going through shit, meditate, because meditate kind of brings you into that what happened?
James yelled gay.
That's cool. I mean, but that's why I'm always happy,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're a chill person. I like that. Sorry to break up. You can go back to it. I like how Johnny's like a chill, reasonable, smart person. In the world of online culture, we need more Johns because he's not up like me. He's not down. He's kind of like this nice level.
Yeah.
And he's not. And like I said, that's why I like this group. We're all like different personalities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a fucking nutcase. CK's an international crime lord. Ray Ray's happy, and John's nice. John's nice and level-headed.
Yeah.
Smart and level-headed.
We welcome Grass back to the stream.
Yeah, fuck that Professor Grass guy.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back, buddy. No, but James, that's true though. You have to be concerned about what you say sometimes because I don't want you to get nicked over there in in England, where it's kind of like
it'd be over. If they put me in Gen Pop, and like once my views became public, I'd be like,
yeah. Oh, I do. I think I just hold on. I think I just lost your audio. I'm gonna fix that real quick. I gotta add your audio back. I already know the solution to this. I just have to do it. Sorry, everybody. Okay.
Better than anybody else could do.
All right. Okay. You should be. I think you're back. Are you back?
am I back?
Yeah, I think you're back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, you know, they know what they're doing, the government, when they put people like me in harm's way, and they over convict you. You know what I mean? They give you a ridiculous sentence which they wouldn't give to someone else. In our country, right, you can be a nonce and you'll get a suspended sentence. But like you said, if you make a post on X or if you make a post on Facebook or any form of social media, you'll be looking at a custodial sentence. And they know they'll put you in jeopardy because unless you want to go on the protective wing with all the pervs and the nonces, which you don't want to do, you know, you'll end up in Gen Pop and they'll put you with people that will do harm to you. You know,
so you have to choose to be happy, right? You have to focus on, like you said, you got to focus. You got to surround yourself with things that are positive.
I come on stream with you guys, you know, and everyone knows what I'm about. I'm the king of bants. I'll make jokes. I'll take the piss out of myself. I'll have a laugh with anyone and everyone, and it's all good fun. And that's what I'm about. Yeah, I do it in a sometimes I pretend to be serious, and it's like it's good laugh. You know? It's like you're with like-minded people. I never want to be on a stream where it's fucking dull and boring.
Facts.
And you know, I will never be on a stream where I make it dull and boring. I will always bring something.
Yeah. Now, Grass, save us here, buddy. What do you do? What do you do for Thanksgiving? What do you do for Christmas? Do you have any traditions that your family does?
I mean,
Well,
I have like 3
there you
to
are.
4 traditional Thanksgivings that I go to.
Nice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back now.
3 to 4 of them I go to. Tomorrow is the most impressive one of all of them, so I'll just tell you about that one.
Yeah.
Because mine was like me and my wife and my kid, and then my cousin came down. Like, that was it. Tomorrow is the big shebang one, man. Fucking deer steaks, turkey, ham, fucking
Wow.
casseroles,
Wow.
eggs, deviled eggs, fucking every single traditional thing all on one table. And it's more traditional than what I grew up with. So, like, I go over, you talk about Norman Rockwell fucking paintings of, like, traditional family gatherings. That shit looks like they have a fire stove. It's in a wood cabin in the middle of the fucking woods.
That's
it's
incredible.
A beautiful fucking time, dude.
Yeah, how do I get the invite? I got to get the private
every
jet
year because of that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. That's
what's
incredible. Do they do Christmas the same way? Do you guys do like a full bang out Christmas the same way?
Yes.
Wow. Now, see, that's the big family shit that I'm talking about.
Everything, man.
And then
it's silly too, because like some of our family members were just like, "Oh, we should break away from tradition, do some taco day or whatever."
No,
we tried it once, but everybody was just like, "No, we got to do it traditional. It's all good.
Cool.
It's good things."
No, 100%, bro. That sounds amazing. Now, CK, did they used to have these kind of traditional things when you were a kid, or did they kind of slowly go the wayside?
I was way more traditional when I was younger, but I'm growing up, and you know, that's what happens with the nuclear family is we're all pretty much spread out. You know, like my daughter's 9,000 miles away, and half my family's in Hawaii. But you know, in Hawaii one year we had a really cool Thanksgiving that was a hurricane came through. It was Hurricane Eva. It doesn't really matter what it was, but nobody had electricity, or the Army was even bringing in potable water, and so people they barbecued their turkeys.
Wow.
And everything was outdoors, and everybody it was the most family oriented, and most people were kind of stuck on the island, you know, because of the hurricane and stuff. And people were just inviting other people over, and it was a very memorable. It wasn't well, there was some family, but everybody kind of turned into family. And for 2 weeks, everybody's just eating, you know, everybody else's turkeys because we didn't have any way to freeze or.
Wow,
or
that sounds magical.
So
that sounds awesome.
The whole North Shore was friends.
Wow.
For 2 weeks. It was really great.
That's what Thanksgiving's supposed to be.
That was a memorable.
That's awesome.
Thanksgiving.
John, what's your most memorable Thanksgiving? Do you have one that comes to mind? That just pops on. If I ask you what your most memorable Thanksgiving is, do you have one that just pops to mind?
Man, there have been a lot. Thanksgiving used to be like the big thing where my mom's side of the family would get together. So every year we would fly out to California.
Wow.
Meet up in Los Angeles where my grandfather lived, and then we'd usually from there go somewhere else, like little vacation thing. Man, La Jolla was beautiful.
I love La
was
Jolla.
great.
La Jolla's
Um,
fantastic.
One time we went up to Lake Mead and they rented like a big, like a boat that had all kinds of it was like a sleeping boat and it had fishing and like
Yeah, like
we
a
had it. It
houseboat.
was,
Like a houseboat.
yeah, exactly. That one was really fun. I was so young though. It's like I
Barely
barely
remember
remember.
it. Wow.
You know the whole Simpsons thing. Are we there yet? Like,
Yeah.
uh, it was like that the whole trip up to Lake Mead, and it's like that was before the Simpsons even existed.
No, dry ice. I know it's you, Dan Snot. I'm just saying, I like the dry ice name. When I look down there, I'm just trying to figure that out. He says San Diego is very nice, and it's true. San Diego is super nice. There's a whole bunch of really nice places in San Diego, and also like Lake Elsinore's nice, Lake Mead, all fantastic places. Orange County is real nice. Laguna, all around there. But so that was one when you went to the houseboat. That's pretty cool. I was going to ask James, but he just bounced for a second. Professor Grass, do you have a super memorable one of one of your Thanksgivings? Like maybe when you were a kid, or maybe the one you just had sounds fucking amazing.
Oh, dude. I tell you what, dude. The one I just had was really cool because I haven't got to see my cousin in forever and a half.
Yeah.
But the most traditional one on my dad's side of the family is so memorable because, like, it was like the last year that we were able to all come together as a
Okay.
family.
Yeah.
Like, and we've lost 1, 2, 3, 5 people in that family now.
Damn.
So, like, it kind of wanting to do like a small Friendsgiving at first at my house and then expand it out one day to be the fucking patriarch of the family that's going, hey, y'all come over here and eat this Thanksgiving, you know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And
Yeah.
just, I guess I'm in practice, you know?
Yeah. No, your turkey looked fantastic.
And James, real quick, I know I'm trying to talk about stuff, but James, you made me very patriotic earlier, and you should be proud of that. Fucking with your damn traditional Christmas and Thanksgiving talks, I was fucking racing home so I could be like, James, you fucking rule.
Yeah.
I want to try some of that pudding.
Yeah, no, bro, that pudding got my mouth watering. And, it's not often that.
Professor Grass is a chemist. I
Yeah,
just realised.
Yeah, he is a chemist. He's a herbologist, you might say. He likes to cut the grass a little bit.
Yeah.
Botanist,
I like that.
herbologist.
Yeah, the 420
I'm going to
kind.
be the last little Englander standing. I'm going to be there with my flag going like this.
Now, James, I wanted to ask you,
You're the last Britishman.
when is your most memorable Thanksgiving? Do you have one, James, or a Christmas or what? Holiday?
Not really. I think I met some girls once.
I met some girls once. Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck the turkey. And I met these girls one
When I was
time.
out and about, and it was about the time when American Pie had come out, and Stifler said,
Keep going, keep going.
Stifler said that line where it goes, it's on like Donkey Kong, right? So there was these 3 American treacles, and I said to them, all right, darling, it's on like Donkey Kong, and they burst out laughing, you know what I mean? And then we kicked on from there. And that was like, that was my most memorable American around Thanksgiving storyline. Because I think they were out clubbing in London, and you got to take a chance. Like I'm like that, you know what I mean? What's the worst that could happen, right? I'll take a shot at any woman, right? I'll take a shot at a fucking supermodel because the worst that she can say is "fuck off, wanker." You know what I mean? But she might actually say, "Oh, do you fancy it?" So if you don't buy a ticket, you can't win the lottery, bruv. So I think that's my memory. And like this, I'm on here with a bunch of Americans who are thankful for this Englishman for giving them their holiday when, my cousins went over on the Mayflower, killed all the Indians for you, and, you went a bit crazy. You whacked out a lot of Indians. You whacked out a shit ton of them.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gave them the old blankets with the collar on it. Smart move. Excellent.
Hey, it was smallpox.
Yeah. Well, we had to get that going, right? We had to get that going.
That's a smart idea. Probably an English idea.
Yeah.
Probably an English idea. Got that sorted, and now we're here. So it's
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah. Now, John, I wanted to ask you, did you have anything planned for New Year's? Do you have any, are you a big New Year's guy? And then we're going to go around the table and ask that question. So, John, what do you think?
Nothing in particular planned as far as going out anywhere or anything. Probably
Or what's
just
your biggest
lay
New
low.
Year's story then? What's your biggest, do you
Oh,
have a big
God.
New Year's story?
That wouldn't be YouTube friendly, I don't think. It involved mixing several substances and saving a friend from himself and from his own the prison in his own mind. It was fun.
Well,
But-
what's that? What was that one movie that the guys all went to Vegas and they met Mike Tyson? They stole his tiger and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Hangover.
What was it?
Hangover.
Yeah, the
that's what it
Hangover.
was. Grass got it. Yeah. No, it's like The
was
Hangover.
More like, it was more like what's the one with Johnny Depp where he's the famous writer?
Oh,
and
yeah.
He goes to Vegas.
Oh, Fear and Loathing.
It was more like Fear and Loathing.
Loathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hunter S. Thompson. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Hey, CK, what was your most memorable New Year's?
I had 0. We used to do the thing. I mean, it's after Christmas and it's just before my birthday, so it's kind of like a funky.
Wait, when's your birthday? When's your birthday?
Oh, I don't know. It's somewhere after. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it's and I'm gonna be really old. But I've never had. We used to go to these parties when I was in high school or college, and by the time midnight came around, everybody was already drunk, and it was always really boring because after the clock or whatever you call it, the ball dropped, everybody went home. It was just like boring as shit. I don't know. It was never a big thing. So no, I don't do anything. I go to sleep at 9 o'clock.
We got a dry ice, aka Dan Snot, said his biggest New Year's story is being born on New Year's Day. That's pretty phenomenal right there.
Okay, that's cool.
That's pretty
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Grass to you, buddy. What's your biggest do you have a big New Year's story? Yes or no, or what do you got?
I got a New Year's tradition, if that counts.
Yeah, what's your New Year's tradition? Hit me up with that.
Every year, I will watch some Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone, gotcha.
With the family.
Okay.
Every
That's
year
pretty good. That's
on
pretty
New
fun.
Year's. And I started to do that as some streams actually on my channel for a little bit. So like,
yeah,
Twilight Zone and get really drunk, and then at midnight we stop Twilight Zone, we turn on the ball, and we watch it drop in different places, and then we go and finish Twilight Zone and go to bed.
Hell yeah, that's good. That's one of the things I love movies, especially on New Year's. I love them because you don't have to go out and be in all the traffic with all the retards, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck that
Get
shit.
drunk at home.
Yeah, exactly. All the, what does Mersh call them? The rookie alcoholics. That's like one of the rookie alcoholic days.
Oh
when
yeah, it's the rookie night for sure.
Yeah, the
especially
rookie
South
night.
Florida.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
a pro move to be at home.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I do have a tradition on New Year's.
All right, what's your tradition, CK? Hit me with it.
Tradition on New Year's is to and this is kind of coincides in going to sleep early. I go driving on New Year's Day. There's nobody on the roads up here.
Okay.
I could drive all the way to Oregon in an
Nice.
hour and 15 minutes because there's nobody on the road.
I'll get out for a nice drive. Yeah. I'm sure that was really big when they got rid of horses and started doing cars, huh?
Wait, I still have horses. Never mind. Go on. Just go on to the next.
James.
That's my tradition.
James, what's your...
I've got this one for you. I have a New Year's tradition, right? You know what you do, right? You go out to the bars and the pubs and the clubs, and you hit up the sad, lonely, and desperate. Oh.
Yeah, but... What's,
Ones that
James...
know they're not going to make them goals next year.
Yeah, well, the one...
The ones that
Facts.
have no family.
Yeah, facts, Grass. That's 100%. James...
Easy picking.
James, what do you have a New Year's tradition, or do you have a really good New Year's story in the past, or what do you got?
I think like I don't know what it is like with you because like I'm like London centric.
Yeah.
It's everything is ridiculously expensive at New Year's.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
places that you could go for free, they
Yeah.
charge you 25, 50 quid, which will
Yeah.
be like $25, $50 to go into. Drinks will be double, triple the price.
Yeah, facts.
If you want to
Yeah.
If you want to go and see the fireworks in London, you have to pay. You know, Maryland and Sadiq Khan, you have to pay to go and see the fireworks. And around here in my local area, like we got a lot of pubs around here. You know that the rural pubs that are still open, you can go in any other day of the week free of charge, but they'll charge you New Year's. So New Year's is kind of like a rip-off for us. You know what I mean? If you want to go anywhere, the drinks are double, triple the prices, and you have to pay an entry fee to a place 364 other days of the year you can walk into for free. So I kind of like, the older I get, I kind of like, New Year's, do I really want to? And plus the weather is diabolical, man. Yeah. It's fucking, you know, the weather is absolute dog shit where I live.
Yeah. Now, James, I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to go down the line. Have you ever dated a woman who could cook? Like, for example, like you have a holiday and she bangs out a nice turkey or a ham or anything like that. Have you ever had that situation, or all the women you come across can't cook?
Most of my women can barely string two words together. I go
down to retard school.
I've got three things I like, right? I like dumb and sexy.
What's the other one? Yeah, that's three. That's two, I mean.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
Readily available.
Yeah, available. Now, John.
You know, it's like I'm not really. I don't think I've ever really dated anyone that was a spectacular cook or a deep thinker. You know what I mean? Can you imagine me? Can you imagine me like a sophisticated or high society or something? I'm like your typical meat and potatoes. I think like I don't know. Maybe some of these online women will turn out to be good cooks when I like pluck them from the tree.
Yeah. That sounds.
But when I find a nice ripe juice, I'm gonna pluck it like that and like. Oh, I'm saying.
I hear that. John, have you dated women that could cook, or been married to anybody who could cook, or had that experience?
I've never been married, but I've lived with exes and stuff. 3 that definitely could cook, and the rest, no, not so much.
Now, okay, so John, you've had the experience both ways. Which way is better? I mean, is it better to get fast food takeout, or?
No, fuck no.
Exactly, right? Like, what are women thinking? The kitchen's fun, right? I mean, like, come on, let's get in there and let's make some bangers, right?
Hell yeah. No, it's definitely, it's not the same as, like, you know, going out to a nice place versus having, like, a home-cooked meal cooked with love and shit, you know?
Yeah, that feels different, yeah.
Yeah.
Courtney Brooke on stream. She can cook. She's a good cook.
He's ready to pluck that apple, guys. He wants to pluck it.
Courtney Brooke. Stream. Come on down, Courtney Brooke.
He wants to pluck a Courtney Brooke. But yeah, John. So you've had that experience. So that's a pretty good experience to have, having a significant other that can cook. CK,
yeah, definite.
Have you had that experience or no? Have all the women that you've been dated or married to or whatever, they've been all strippers or what?
Strippers. No, I'm always the cook.
You've always, so they are strippers. So you have dated strippers.
I mean, they've got talents in other areas.
That's right. Makes up for it, right?
That's probably why the marriages didn't work. But yeah, usually I had one lady that was really good cook, and she was a Korean lady, and I married her for a while. And
did she cook Korean food too, or was it just American?
Yeah.
Oh man, Korean food is good.
Fuck yeah.
But really, overall, I'm the cook.
Yeah. Okay.
And I really enjoy it. So
yeah, you're
fun.
Yeah, you're a good cook. Yeah, I've seen your pictures, bro.
Not a chef. I'm not a chef. I'm a good cook.
No, we're gonna call you Chef CK. That's the way it's gonna be from now on, bro. Grass, I know that you're married. Can your wife? I better not ask that question. Do you normally do the cooking, or I don't want to get you in trouble or anything like that, but
it's honestly like half and half.
Oh, that's awesome!
I went out and did the turkey today, and she did all the sides. So
like, no, that's the way to do it.
It's not like, it's not like we're like the best cooks in the world, but we're definitely better than our parents. So that's like an improvement, you know.
I mean, that's all you can hope for, right? You want to be better than move the generation, move the bloodline forward, kind of thing, you know, so that you can eventually take over the world.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's badass, and I love the tradition that you got going on.
My grandma's old bread recipe though. Like,
yeah,
my grandma used to make some killer ass bread, dude.
Yeah, get all those recipes together. I'm getting the ones from my mom, and she's got ones from her grandmother. Like I said earlier, my great grandmother Eastern Kentucky used to make a big ass fruit cake, and they would slice it up and give it all out to the entire family, and it was like maybe 45, 50 people.
Oh,
And
homemade fruit cake.
yeah, it was incredible. And well, she did it from all her own fruit and all. She had a walnut tree. And if you guys know, walnut trees take 50
Oh, fuck
years.
yeah, dude.
50 years before they fruit and actually drop walnuts. So it's quite a big deal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she...
long time.
Yeah, it takes a long time, and so was a lot of love and labor that went into that. And we want that back in our families. We want to enjoy that again. I was thinking about it the other day. It's a lot like the women of the nation have been sold a bill of goods. That's bullshit. Get back in the family. Men too, get back in the family. Bring that love back. Have a fun life, and that's what we want to do. Now we're coming up on 2 hours, guys, so we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. But so be thinking about what kind of wisecrack you can leave the audience with, and make your last comic standing impression. Okay, James, we're gonna come to you first, bro. What do you think? Strippers or chefs? Which one are we going with?
Come on, do you even have to ask?
Yeah, of course. Of course I have to ask.
Definitely cook. He needs a cook.
I don't know.
CK
James could be a stripper
and me-
kind of guy.
CK and me is cut from the same cloth. We like a woman who can slide up and down that pole, don't we, CK? We love it. We love it. I don't know what CK's up to, man. He pretends to be a nice guy, but he's hiding out in the hills with the Dixie Mafia. I
Yeah.
know what he's doing. He's up to all kinds, man. He knows all kinds of people inside and outside of the penal system. He likes those strippers. He likes those strippers. He likes to walk on the wild side. He likes a bit of the extracurricular, and don't we all? But no, I just want everyone, like all joking aside, I'm an Englishman, but I hope all the Americans have a great Thanksgiving. I hope it's with friends. I hope it's with family. I hope it's with relations. And if you're not, I hope you have whatever Thanksgiving you're having. I hope it's a good one. And I will see you again on Friday, and we will knock it out of the park as we continue to build this thing and take over the.
Now, James, where can they find you? James Grabbin on.
bruv.
Yeah,
just look, it's not an obligation, man. It's, you don't have to sign up to the James Grabbin Appreciation Club.
Yeah, you do. Everybody has to.
If you don't want to, but you can follow me on all the socials. I'm on everywhere because I'm trying to help Ray build this thing. So I'm on X, fucking YouTube. I'm on Kick. I'm on Threads. All the fucking things. It's either James Grabham or James Domenico Grabham 81. So if you want to follow me, I usually say crazy shit. I usually say stupid shit because I'm half crazy and half stupid. So go and follow me. Go and follow these guys because they're the brains of the operation. Go and follow CK because we have to keep an eye on that creepy little son of a bitch. You know what I mean? So,
Facts.
let's have a good one. Let's knock it out of the park. And, happy Thanksgiving to all my American cousins.
Hell yeah, thanks, James. Appreciate that, bro. Hey, John, are we going strippers or are we going chefs or cooks? Which one are we going for?
I mean, can't we get a little of each? Does it have to be one or the other? Are they mutually exclusive?
I don't know. I've never really met a stripper who could cook. Yeah.
How about a girl who is as hot as a stripper, but can cook and isn't a stripper?
That's a unicorn,
That would be the
man.
ideal.
Yeah, that's a
I know.
unicorn right there.
No, well, not really, because that one will be just totally
Like a halfway
insane,
midpoint?
batshit crazy. But that's kind of also what makes them fun, right?
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. And John, where can everybody find you, bro? I know you're getting ready to start your podcast back up here in a little bit.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube and on Rumble at Third Rail Politics. And then you can also find me on X. It's third, but not spelled out. So it's 3RD.
Yeah, you got to make it hard. I like it.
Rail Podcast. Well, Third Rail Politics is too long for X. So I couldn't put that there. So I just went with what I could figure out.
I like it. I like the three. CK, which one? If you had to just do it over again, would you get the stripper or the chef? Which one are you going for?
Definitely the chef.
Yeah, you going the chef? Okay. A sensible man.
I'm freaking 100 years old. If anybody's climbing some pole in front of me, I'd probably have a heart attack these days.
You're like, move, honey. I gotta get the sandwiches.
Get the nitroglycerin while you're at it. Yeah, no, I'm really a home. Besides my mouth, you can see me on 5 Run Dingers at X.
Yeah, hell yeah.
and that's
And
because everybody thinks I know what home run is.
Yeah, no, because you are a home run. Yeah, hell yeah.
I just love, my whole big thing is just to crack jokes with James and everybody else and make people happy.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's anything I can do, but if there is a woman, it would definitely have to be somebody that I'm compatible with. So no strippers.
No strippers. Okay, now we all know that Professor Grass, you chose correctly. You got the home run yourself, and your holidays speak for it. So I'm gonna let you say whatever the hell you want because you already solved your problem, buddy. You won the race.
Yeah. I want everybody to have a good Thanksgiving, whether it's with friends, whether it's with family. I already said this whole spiel on the green pill, but like, definitely reach out to somebody you haven't talked to and fucking tell them that you're appreciating them.
Facts.
Whether it's your friends or whatever. I appreciate all of you guys fucking bringing me on the podcast and whatnot, and just being in this nice community of people that are just like James was saying earlier, kind of like-minded, but still with their own personalities enough that it's not fucking boring. You know? And
Yeah.
you guys are awesome.
Yeah, and I'm really happy to have you here, Professor Grass. And where can they find you? I know you do the green pill, so tell them about that.
Oh, fucking YouTube, Rumble, X, Twitter, fucking
All the places.
the X, Twitch. I mean, I get it all. I don't do the Instagrams and stuff like that, but you can find me on all those places for gaming streams in the green pill, which is
Fantastic.
Thing where I cover.
I just want to say, because he's breaking up, so everyone can hear, Professor Grass does the best poke that man streams. Thank you.
Yeah, Professor Grass is awesome. We love
He's a
Professor
good
Grass
poke-
around here.
He's a good Pokemon streamer.
Yeah, he's fantastic. So I wanted to wish and if anybody wants to say anything before we go on, and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I want you guys to have a happy Thursday tomorrow if it's not a Thanksgiving, James. And I want you to do something nice for yourself. And I really like what Grass said. Go reach out to somebody from your past and tell them you love them and all that good stuff. And just try to be happy. Try to have a good time and focus on that. Thanks, everybody, for coming by. We're out of here, people. You guys have a good one. Have a happy Thanksgiving, okay? Knuckles up to everybody, all right?